What's going on, guys? Get123 here with more Grand Theft Auto 5, and just today, Rockstar posted to the newswire with even more good, juicy information. As if we haven't been getting enough of that lately, they're giving us even more today. And so much like it's been lately, this information is regarding GTA 5 for next gen, and they touched on a few different topics here, so we are going to go over all those today. So there will be a link to this exact article in the description below if you'd like to follow along or check it out after this video. But anyways, we're going to go in order here. The first thing that they actually talk about is the transition to next gen. So what exactly do I mean by that? Well, remember when GTA 5 first came out, the online servers for the first few days were absolute crap. I mean, you could not get online. The technical support was not very good. They were just totally overloaded and overwhelmed, and they had a lot of unexpected issues. Well, basically, they're telling us that we need to have that same patience for them during this transition to next gen. I mean, yeah, they have had hundreds of beta testers playing this game and trying to work out all the kinks, but obviously on day one, there are going to be problems, so don't expect it to be perfectly flawless. Be patient with them, and if you do experience any problems, report them to Rockstar. They actually gave us 2 links to where we can go and give them feedback, not only for glitches and bugs, but just any feedback in general. You can say, hey, I feel like this is overpowered, or I feel like this is unfair, or anything along those lines, anything that you have a problem with. Rockstar tells us that they are listening. So secondly, this one here is pretty important. They said that there will be a title update to be made available for download on both the PS4 and Xbox One by this Monday that will include some last-minute tweaks and optimization fixes for game day. So I assume this means that this is for those of you who preloaded the game. Obviously, if you're picking up a physical copy of the game on Tuesday, then you won't really have anything to update. So it sounds like, you know, if you went out and you preloaded it so that you could play it right at midnight, you are going to need to download that update so that you can run it seamlessly and just, you know, get that out of the way before the game comes out. And so moving on, this next bit is actually pretty exciting to hear. They said also get ready for continuing free content updates for Grand Theft Auto Online, including the highly anticipated launch of online heists, which, to be absolutely clear, will be available for all 4 consoles to enjoy. As you can tell, I put a lot of emphasis on that sentence. I emphasize every word because so many of you guys are like, heists are never coming out, it was just a ploy all along, it was never actually going to come out, and Rockstar scammed us. No, heists are coming out, and they're coming out for all 4 consoles, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. So based on how they said that, it sounds like heists actually aren't too far away at this point. I mean, obviously, I would give them at least a solid month. I wouldn't expect heists within the first week or 2 that GTA 5 Next Gen comes out. Personally, I'd give it at least a month or 2, maybe even until the PC launch. I don't know. But obviously, they're going to want to make sure their servers and everything are working fine and that people are able to transition from previous gen to next gen, so don't expect heists right away. They need to work out all the kinks and everything first, so I'd give them a month or 2 or 3. But regardless, heists are on their way. So moving on here, next they talk a little bit more about the new next-gen character creator, and as you can see from the picture on your screen right now, this is the new interface that we will be given to customize our characters. And basically they said that you can take your guy or girl, whatever you play as, and take it in for a bit of cosmetic surgery in true Los Santos fashion. So essentially you're going to be able to give your character plastic surgery, you can remodel them, and you don't need to keep them as ugly as they were in previous gen, so you can change all that, and really it's just so much more freedom. So then finally, the last thing of interest that they talked about in this article was the fact that we already kind of knew this, but I don't know if I've really talked about it. They're doubling the props in the content creator. So as I'm sure you've probably seen and also played on in GTA 5 current gen, there are a lot of awesome maps that people have created, but now with double the props, I can't even imagine the things that people are going to make. This is going to be so awesome, and with 30 players being able to do them, anything from obstacle courses to mazes to anything. The possibilities are truly endless at this point, and I just can't wait. So with that, guys, that pretty much wraps it up. That's everything they talked about in the article. So with that, please stay tuned for more videos in the future. I will see you next time.